So I've had a few questions about these rings, the Sure Seal rings. If you're familiar with flange extenders, like the ones from Coloplast, the Brava elastic strips, I think they're called, or the Trio Silex flange extenders, this is a product that's meant to be sort of like that. Except for instead of being two semicircle type pieces or two straight pieces, or excuse me, four straight pieces, this is all one piece. So here's the package that they came in. I bought these on Amazon, I think for like $13 American dollars. And they come in a couple different sizes. This is the medium, and as you can see, it fits a floating flange up to 45 millimeters or a regular flange up to 57 to 70 millimeters, depending on your bag. Here's the back side if anyone wants to pause and look at that. As you can see, it comes with 10. So, you know, $13 for 10. I don't think it's the worst price. It's definitely, I think if I wore these every single time I did a bag change, it could definitely get expensive. I have no idea if these are covered by insurance. I know that my supplier, Byram Healthcare, does not sell these. So I just bought it out of pocket. Obviously, you could probably, don't quote me on this, but you might be able to spend HSA dollars, and you can definitely spend FSA dollars, flexible spending account dollars, to buy these. But I just wanted to try them. I actually don't really have any major problems with adhesion. My skin's pretty dry and I don't have a lot of leaks. So this is something I mainly bought for swimming, or maybe the summer months. But, and just so you know, I'm just kind of showing how these work. I haven't actually tried these yet, so this isn't a review. I don't know how well they work. That said, I've never heard anybody say that they didn't work for them. The Front Butt YouTuber on YouTube has a great review on these if you want a review of how they perform. But yeah, I'm just showing how they work because I think if you see these online, it's not apparent immediately how you put it on. So that's the packaging. It's very thin packaging. If you wanted to like pack these like on a trip or something, it definitely wouldn't take up any space. They're pretty, they're very sturdy. I think even if you like crumpled them up a little bit, it wouldn't like cause a problem or anything. So this is what the actual product looks like. There's the back, there's the front. It's got a coating on both sides, so you can get it on without like touching, you know, you can get it all wrinkle-free and put on before you take off the tabs. This is very thin. It's like a Tegaderm. If you're familiar with what Tegaderm is, it's that little plastic, like ultra-thin micro plastic that they put over IV cannulas. It basically feels like your skin. That's what one of the things that drew me to it. The Coloplast Brava elastic strips are pretty thick. They're a thick hydrocolloid and they absorb water, so I don't think they're great for swimming. This won't absorb anything. It's super thin. It shouldn't feel like anything once it's on your skin. But I think a lot of people have had trouble. I've heard people had to cut it. It depends on how big your flange is. Like I said, this is a medium. It's meant to fit a 50 millimeter to 70 millimeter flange. I have a 50 millimeter flange. This is just a Coloplast Sensura Mio Click flange. And as you can see, if you just stick it straight on, it kind of, the belt tips or the belt clip tabs get in the way. So what I think I'm gonna do to put it on is I'm gonna get it all arranged how I want it, you know, getting it under those clips, and do that while the flange is not on my body. I'm gonna do that, and so how you would do it is you would take the this backing layer off, get it all positioned exactly how you want it, and kind of pull these through, and then peel the backing off, you know, cut your hole and everything, and then put it on your body. And that way you don't have to worry about trying to get it on after you have it on your body or after you have your bag on. And then what you do is you take these strips off the front, and then you have this big clear Tegaderm. The other thing that's nice about this compared to like the Coloplast Brava strips is that because it's so thin, if you needed to cut out like a whole, you know, like maybe a little semicircle right here to make room for your belly button, so this wasn't covering your belly button, that would be no problem at all. Whereas if you cut the Coloplast ones, they're thicker in the middle and thinner on the edges. So if you cut into them, you lose that essentially, and you can end up with kind of a thick tab that pulls up easily. And this won't do that. So I think they're pretty cool for that reason. Like I said, a lot of people use them for swimming. They don't absorb any moisture or water. I think that, you know, like I said, this isn't a review. I haven't tried it, but I think that they would be really good for that. I think also if you're someone who likes to take a lot of baths, and you don't want that to reduce your wear time, you could certainly try these. And then also people who sweat a lot or who like to run, you know, like in the summer when it's very hot, I think this could be useful for that. In my experience, Tegaderm isn't as affected by moisture as something like hydrocolloids. So again, I just wanted to show that's what these are. Again, a lot of people also use them for leaks. So if you it won't prevent a leak, but what it will do is kind of seal in the leak so that if you get a leak, it has a lot more room to go before it actually comes out. And I've seen people post pictures of these when they had a leak, and you can kind of see like where the stool has pooled underneath, but it never is able to really get out. So it can be nice for that as well if you're worried about, you know, staining your sheets or your clothing or something like that. So again, it's SureSeal rings. Like I said, I just punched that name into Amazon and bought them. I'm sure there are other places you can buy them. Check with your medical supply company and see if they carry them. I know not all of them do. Like I said, mine don't. But I think you could definitely buy them with FSA dollars, or again, if you're like me and you only want to have just a few of these around for whenever you're going to swim, I don't think it's going to break the bank. So yeah, that's what those are. If you want to review, like I said, check out the Front Bite YouTuber on YouTube and check out her video. You can just punch in SureSeal rings Front Bite YouTuber, I think, in the search bar, and that should bring it up. To see how, you know, how she liked them, and I'll try to make a video once I have tried them and just give a review on, you know, how I like them. But that's how they work, that's what they are, just so you have an idea. I think seeing them in action can give you a better idea of like if it's something that's going to work for you or going to solve your problems. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.